Hello and welcome to Chapter 15, Engaging Customers Through Marketing from the Entrepreneurship Textbook, 3rd edition. So some of the basic principles of marketing, right? How you market your company is very important. How you create the marketing, how you communicate it, how you deliver it. There are many different aspects, and every single industry has its different ways of marketing, but there are some principles, some basic principles to understand. And marketing really helps maintain that customer relationship. You have to identify, satisfy, and retain your customers, and you have to adapt and leverage technology. Technology is always consistently changing. For example, 25 years ago, if you started a business, social media wasn't a big thing. Typically, it was billboards and putting your ad on the phone books. If you remember those, if you don't know what phone books are, just Google it. But there was a time where people would have a phone book delivered to the home, and people would look at that and call and see phone numbers and see advertisement on the phone books. That was 25 years ago. So social media was not a big strategy for business owners. Now, today, social media has to be some form of way to connect with your customers. Of course, the marketing mix, right? The framework that defines a brand, how you do your product, your price, your promotion, and the location, the place, the people, the packaging, how you position that is extremely important. One of the things about packaging is I was talking to an entrepreneur a while ago. I was hearing him talk, and he was saying that his customer base really liked it when he himself or his company, his people that work for him, package the product and deliver it themselves because they would put like a special touch to it, put, autograph or something or put a note in it. They like that better than him having it outsourcing to some third company to package it. So this is an example of how you have to understand your customer base and how they want the things packaged. Of course, the SAVE framework, right? Solution, access, value, and education is important. The entrepreneur marketing, right? Gaining traction and attention is extremely important in today's society with so much information out there, so much available, social media and shows and all these things. It's how do you get the attention of people is very crucial. And of course, the speed that you have to do, the experimentation on it, right? And resource constraints. You may not have all the resources to put out what you want, right? There may be some constraints to. So, of course, some unique characteristics of entrepreneurial marketing. Again, resource constraints. Again, not everyone has the same resource and how you do the speeding of it. And of course, brand building, you have to build that brand depending on how you market yourself and what type of industry you're in. Guerrilla marketing is one of those tactics, a way of personally interacting with your target group with very limited resources and some limitations. One of the greatest examples of guerrilla marketing that was talked to me about was there was a restaurant owner who he spent all his money on, building the restaurant, and he did not budget for marketing. So he had very limited resources for marketing the restaurant. So what he did, he went around town and invited the hairstylist in the neighborhood to come on out for a private opening, and so served them the best that he could, so that way they could talk about the restaurant, because hairstylists talk every single, they're basically their job is to talk with their customers. And so that was a way of marketing. So have this hairstylist do word of mouth to get things going. Of course, logo is the face of your brand. If you look at the very most successful companies out in the world, they have a unique logo. Learn from those companies and see how you can build your logo off it. Usually it's one word, 2 words max, and they have a very unique, distinct logo. Again, how you differentiate yourself. I will say, be careful how you build your brand, because you don't want to mimic or very look similar to other companies, because they could sue you. And of course, have that brand strategy around your brand. Again, when you're building your brand, what is your primary goal? What are your best features? And what are people saying? And what qualities are important? Again, choose the name, design a logo, spread the word, know your customers. Do very good internet research in terms of seeing that nobody has the same similar name or a logo that looks similar to yours. I would even encourage you to look at the U.S. Trademark Office, which you can Google, and do a search in that trademark office, patent office, to see to make sure that nobody else has a similar name or a logo already. Because if someone already has a logo and name trademarked or copywritten, you can get in big trouble for that and potentially be sued. Or if anything looks similar to something that's already been, patented or trademarked, you can get in big trouble. Again, become your own line, write a tagline, deliver on that brand promise, and be consistent with your brand. Again, it's going to evolve, right? There's going to be trends that are different. AI is a big thing right now that is changing. You're going to have to evolve, and that's just something that happens. Digital channels, you're gonna have, there's a bunch of digital channels, but how you reach your customers is very important. Where are your customers going to? That's how it's very important to do. Social media, social media marketing, you could do some form of guerrilla marketing even in social media, right? Post up a video. Dollar Shave Club is perhaps one of the most important ways. They had a really good social media marketing. They created a video and it went viral to get things going. Content marketing, again, building awareness and generate leads. The content aims to grow your brand and getting the audience to share it. Email marketing, again, sending content to subscribers and getting them to go into your channel and pay for your stuff. Company website, one of the ways that you should be spending on is a really good website, and it's quick and easy to navigate and attracts your audience. Pay-per-click advertisement, right? Paying ways for pay for click, and of course paying for each click, which could be pretty expensive depending on the site. But if that is one way to market yourself, then do it. Measuring results, seeing the results that you get, using the right metrics. There are tools out there to see if your things are working out. And measuring the results. Is it working? If it's not working, what can I do better? Right now, what we also have is influencer marketing, where influencers are collaborating with people to really put the product out there. You have different types of influencers. You have mega celebrity influencers. You have macro influencers, micro influencers, or nano influencers that really put your thing out, your brand or your product out there for people to try out. Of course, if you're going to do some influencer marketing strategy, what's your goals, what's your budget, and choose the type of campaign, right? I mean, when you talk about influencer marketing, people like, Kim Kardashian and Cristiano Ronaldo charge millions of dollars for that. Or you can charge, you can look for some type of macro nano influencer that does it on a really, a much more reasonable budget. Find the right brand influencers. Not every brand influencer is right for your company. Again, and then track success. Did something happen with that influencer? Building a fan base, right? True fans buy anything produced, which is very true. So understanding where your customers are and how they are is very important. So again, if you're going to use some type of influencer, making sure that there is communication and you know what the end goal is. And that is it for this chapter from the Entrepreneurship Textbook, 3rd